I have been living on my own for 2 weeks now. My mother died, they buried the whole family. I still can't leave, I never knew my father. A fun life, in general, is coming me and my cat. And it seems to me that I'm slowly starting to go crazy. Yesterday I returned home from work. I work in shifts as a packer on the assembly line at 3 o'clock in the morning, had dinner and went to bed. The mobile phone, as usual, was placed on the bedside table at the head of the bed. And so, in the morning they called me. Through my sleep, I pressed the answer button and heard, "Hi, son, listen, I've already left for work. Could you take the chicken out of the freezer? I'll make something tonight." "Okay, Mom," I answered through my sleep and hung up the phone. Half a minute later I was already standing over the bathroom sink, washing my face with cold water. I was chilled. I wonder who could joke like that, I thought. But it was her voice. I pondered for a long time and eventually came to a non-brilliant conclusion. Well, they were joking, and they were joking, not enough idiots, or something. With such thoughts, I went to the kitchen to make morning coffee. There was a chicken in the sink. If not for morning sleepiness, I probably would have fallen into hysterics, and only my legs gave way. I'm sitting, everything is shaking, but I don't have enough spirit to get up and do something with this chicken. And then the doorbell rang. Opening the door, I saw the postman. He handed me a letter. The letter had no return address and no name of the addressee. I go to the kitchen, start to open the envelope, and here I am again like a bud on the head. The sink is empty. Not a trace of the damn chicken. I put the letter aside, looked into the freezer. It lies frozen, in pieces of ice. Obviously it has not been taken out for a week from the very moment I threw it there. This is going to happen, I thought. The psyche, crippled by the death of a loved one, still makes itself felt. Returned to the letter, took out a folded piece of paper and began to read. "Dear Joan," that was my mother's name, "we offer you our sincere condolences on the death of your son." What? Flashed through my head. In connection with the death of your son, my name and patronymic were written here at work. I fell into a stupor. What happens? A letter arrives from my place of work without a return address with my obituary, and they know that she died. I took money for a funeral from the mutual aid fund, and the authorities organized a vacation for me for a week. In the end, I decided to deal with all this devilry upon arrival from work, got dressed and left. At work, I asked leading questions in the personnel department and in the supply department, not directly, of course, but given that they looked at me like I was an idiot, I realized that someone seriously decided to piss me off or put me in a fool. After working through the day with such unhappy thoughts, I went home. I went into the apartment and immediately felt a strange smell from my mother's room. Did the cat again go out of need where it is not necessary? I took a washcloth from the bathroom, went into my mother's room and really saw a stain on the bed. Turned on the light and nearly had a heart attack. There was a red spot on the mother's bed, half the sheet. I don't remember how I crumpled this sheet and threw it into the garbage chute. I guess that's what forensics call a state of passion. I remember myself already in the kitchen, overturning a glass of vodka. And now I'm surfing the internet and typing this text in order to somehow systematize what is happening to me. To my right is a letter about my death, dated tomorrow, and to my left, the phone has been ringing for 5 minutes. My mother calls me, and her switched-off device lies in the next room. I don't want to answer this call, I really don't want to. But the phone does not want to be silent. If I manage to survive this night and not go crazy, then tomorrow I have to go to work on the night shift. But I don't want to die, I don't want to.